So on today's video, we're going to be trimming the beard. Not taking it off though, but trimming it down. Welcome guys, my name's Brian. This is my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we try to help you grow your best beard possible. And that includes trimming your beard. You can't just let it go forever and ever. It becomes overgrown and a lot harder to deal with than if you do routine maintenance trims, and nobody knows your beard better than yourself. So I highly suggest you learning how to do it. I've done a lot of trims here on the channel. Most of them when my beard was longer. So about 4 months ago, you may remember when I did the big beard trim. That was back in June. So I've been rocking the shorter beard, trimming it about every 3 weeks since, just kind of fine tuning my skills on how to manage a shorter beard, kind of a business beard, if you will. It definitely has its pros and cons. Really the only con is you have to do it more often to keep that look, to maintain your look. The good thing is you can use your clipper, right? You're not down here trying to wing it. You actually have a guard. You can use the guards on your clipper. So I've got the Brio Beardscape that I'm going to be using. I do have the Axis trimmer too. I may use that. And the good thing is I can kind of use that to help me get a cut, kind of the bottom line on that. And then the biggest issue is the sideburns area and figuring out how far down you want to blend this thing. Let me see if I can get it right here. So, I just got a haircut today, and sometimes you think your beard's good and then you get a haircut and you're like, oh, maybe I need to do a little bit of a beard trim as well. So I usually do them all in the same day. You definitely need a little bit of work here at the top. Now, the lady that cut my hair, I just go to Great Clips and kind of go potluck. Whoever cuts my hair, but she did just a little bit of blending. Is one of the best jobs that I've actually seen. Most time they just leave it real blunt straight across there, and then you've got to do more work. It seems like the shorter your hair goes, the more that you will have to do a little bit of a dressing there on the sides. But you do have some options. If you've got a really wavy beard like mine, or if you've got really thick growth here, if you want to maintain a shorter beard, you may want to address that. Now, if you're going for the big long style, you probably want to let that grow and get the length to it and the weight to it, and it'll kind of help you manage that. But otherwise, if you grow this out for a couple months and don't touch it, it can get kind of poofy and it can make your face look round. And you can actually take a beard that you don't change the length of it. You can actually make it look longer, more elongated face by doing a little bit of sideburn work. You have to be careful not to go too far, because then you'll kind of get a bell shape, which you kind of want to avoid that. So I've done a couple videos there with some advanced tapering skills, and I'll show you some of that on the video today. But the main thing is you have to check this. And you're thinking, oh, that's nice long hair. I don't want to do anything to it. You don't have to use the guards on it. You can stay longer and basically angle your comb. And that's what you're going to see me do on the video more than likely. And what you can do is kind of check. Hold that up in the air and look below it. Is that taking away from the beard at the bottom? If it's not taking away from the beard at the bottom, you can taper this up. Not go super short, but taper it and get it to kind of give you a more lines here straight down, which can really sharpen up your look quite a bit. So we'll get into all of that. What we're going to do is the same thing we did on the last couple videos I did. Was I don't have to talk in the bathroom and think through everything. I can do it here after the fact and kind of give you the reaction as I'm going through. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So this is the before and this is the after. All right. So not a dramatic change, but I think you can tell we tighten things up. So let's do the little comparison here. So just define the bottom line, and then went in and tapered the sideburns, trimmed down the mustache, and just kind of tightened up the look. So I'm going to go to my iPad here and walk you through everything that I did. So the first thing we did was comb everything out using, I used my Chicago comb, beard pick. I think that's a Model 7. I'll put links to all the tools that I used during the beard trim there in the description. So just brushing out a little bit. And that's got a little bit of space there before you got to the boar's hair on that paddle brush. So that left things just a little bit poofy than if you were to just kind of try to mat it down with a boar's hair brush. So I've got the Brio on the 18 guard, which is the longest guard, slide all the way open. One of the best things about having a short beard is when you trim your beard, you're not having to freehand it and guess on getting the angles wrong and all of that stuff. You get to use your chin and your jaw line to help you with that. So this is going in just underneath my beard, getting as close as I can to my skin there. So if you'll notice, I'm leaving and I still have like an inch of beard underneath my chin. It may look like it's really close to my chin. It's not. And what I'll have to do in just a minute is take the guard off and really define it a little bit more. So what I did was I closed up the little slide. So now it's just a true, I think it's an 18 millimeter, and just going reverse underneath, but not going all the way up the side of my face. So just what's underneath the bottom. And now I'm taking the guard off and I'm going to define that bottom line a little bit more. Leaving a guard on, it basically kind of pushes your hair around a little bit when you've got that plastic guard on. So the best way to define it is to go without a guard, which is a little bit more scary, but I've already got the line there. So all I'm really doing is just going under it and just getting any of the straggler hairs off of it. And then I can get a little bit closer to my neckline. You do have to maintain a bit of a neckline than when you just let everything go. You don't have to worry about your neckline. I don't have a lot of heavy growth. I always suggest for guys to, if you're cutting into natural growth and having to shave that every day, that's not the right beard style for you. So I don't have much under beard there, as you can see. Just kind of defining that. I was about blinded because it's trying to get the light right in the bathroom. I had the studio lights I took in there and didn't have the right diffusion on my light. So now I've got a little bitty travel brush from Beard Brand, and that really helps me kind of get this area that's underneath my ear on the sides. It kind of helps me tuck everything in with that little travel brush. I like using that for beard trims. So now I am getting a little bit more of this shape into it. So going back to the back, if I'm not careful, it gets too boxy, gets too much of an angle. So I like it a little bit rounder with the shape that I've got right now. I do have it a little more, have had a little bit flatter and more linear with some of my longer shapes that I had. But once again, this is just defining that edge and getting the back a little bit rounded. That's one of the toughest parts back here is because you can't really see it very well. All right, so I got the bottom. And now if you look at the sides, it's just a little bit untidy. All right. And what you see me now, I just put oil on, I don't know, 10 hours ago. I haven't put any balm, didn't put any butter, didn't use any heat. I like being able to have a style where I don't have to do all that. All right, so now I put it down on a 6 guard with the 6 guard closed, and I'm going in, and I wish you could hear the audio on this, but I don't have that available right now. But I'm going in and you can hear it taking off the hair. That's the best thing about a Brio is it's really quiet. So you can hear it. Every time it cuts a hair, you can hear it. But I'm basically going in and then coming out with it or going straight down and out. I am not pressing it against my face except at the very top. Okay, I'm flush against my face and then I'm coming out with it. And what you have to decide is how far down to go. Do I do that out here closer to my mustache or just stay here at the sideburn area? So I do go out just a little bit, but I leave the goatee area pretty much. And now I'm going in with that same 6 guard with the thing closed, little slide closed on my mustache. I like keeping a full mustache. But I'm not wanting it to be over my lips. And you do have to turn the guard sideways. If not, you're not going to get the top closer to your nose. Just going straight down with it, it'll be too long. It'll be going up your nose. So I did that. And then the little tails here, I had to go down a little bit with that on the guard. That kind of blends the mustache in a little bit more with my beard. If not, my mustache gets out of hand. All right, so here is the important stuff for a lot of guys out there. They don't do this, and it gets to where everything through here is too round, so it looks like you've got a baby beard, if you will, like you're just growing it out. But if you can taper this area a little bit, it'll make your beard look longer and give you more elongated looks here, keep you from having the chubby cheeks. So you can play around with the guards, but I found it better just to do a quick angle. So if you see I've got the angle to that would take a lot of work to do that particular angle with the guard. I'll do some guard work in a minute, but that's really just kind of helps. And remember what you can do is you can lift that hair out of the way and see if it's affecting the bottom of your beard. And if you're not in a growing phase and trying to go for a lot longer length, if that hair does not really affect what you've got going on underneath it, you can taper it, not take it off. But notice here, I've got some really long hairs there. There's like 2 inches hairs. So I'm basically cutting some of those down just a little bit. And I'm brushing the hair underneath it so I don't catch any of the ones underneath that I don't want to cut. And notice that angle. Just a quick little taper there, and I don't have to keep playing around with it. I can do it that one time, and I'm good to go. And then you got to figure how far down do you want to go. You can do that even down on this area. I tend not to. I tend to keep it, right around in here. And you'll see a little bit of, I catch it with the top of the clipper guard in just a second. So now I'm using my military boar's hair brush just to see how, if any strays are sticking out, that I can go over the beard again. So I could go over it without the guard and just see if I have any more strays and do that. But I found that I don't usually need to do that. So I'm putting on, I think I've got on a 3. I think that's the 3 guard. So now I'm getting the blend at the top into my haircut. And then I'm really just hitting the top of this just barely. And what you can do is go in with the corner. If you're not sure, go in with the corner and just around the top of this. Really helps me, because when all of this is the same length, I think it's a bad look on me. Some people, it might look good, but since I've got the wavy beard, and you can go back and see the video I did like last week about wavy beards, I'm just catching the top of that. Just the top, not doing a big angle. So most of that hair is going all the way down to the bottom of my beard. All right, you can see how long it is right here. But I found by taking off the top of that, it makes me happier than having all of this hair at the top at my cheek line the same length. I like it being a little bit shorter. All right, and now I'm taking the scissors and catching some of that, rounding that corner a little bit more. And then what you can do is brush your beard back a little bit and then go straight up with the scissors. This depends on how much you're trying to take off. If you have maybe some sparser growth, you may not want to do that. But to me, that's one more thing that kind of helps give you that shape. And then you get some up your nose, and you got to fix that too. And that's the stuff that'll get in your ears if you're not careful. So I like taking that stuff off right there. And once again, it's hard to see the back of that. So you can get out the handheld mirror and look as well. But at this point, I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. And it'll look better once you do the reset, like today. All right, what am I doing now? Oh, yeah, I'm finishing the mustache. I'm going back and lining it at my lip. So at my lip line, I got a few little things here from my mustache to show you. And that's the Axis, Brio Axis trimmers. And I've added on a T-blade. And the T-blade's really good for that shot right there, where you're going in sideways. You don't have to hold the clipper close to your skin. So you can get in there with that T-blade. And you can leave it there, but I found out for me, I like doing the middle of my mustache. I like kind of making a little cusp there, a little fishtail, just to give you a little bit more shape to it than it being just straight across. And I do that with the scissors. I've got some itty bitty scissors that I've got off eBay. And then to give you a little bit more shape, I go straight up. And just go straight up with the scissors, snip, 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 because my mustache wants to grow all to one side, and that kind of keeps the hair that's growing from the wrong side over it, keeps it from sweeping across. So it's got a little bit more definition. And if you want to get your soul patch area, I think I put the 6 guard back on, and you feel like you got some dip in your mouth, and you stick your tongue down in there. I had a professor that would, every time he taught, this little soul patch there would just pop up. So if yours is not blending in well, you're not happy with it, you can thin it out using the guard. And I'm not going to really worry about my cheek line in this particular video. I've done some videos on cheek lines. I've got a straight razor. I use it sometimes, but this is a whole lot less stressful with the camera running. I just take a little slim twin, and this is good maintenance for you guys. I do it once a week anyway. All right. So I'll use my electric razor up here, just zip, 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 and I think I did a video on it. And then about once or twice a week, I'll just take the little Slim Twin, dry, don't put any shaving cream on, depends on how sensitive your skin is. Mine's pretty sensitive, but for some reason I can just do that. Just kind of hit it dry, and that's really all I need to do. And now I'm going to brush it out one more time, and I think I'm good. I don't think I do anything else after that. So I still have some bulk to it in here, right? So still kind of a business beard, a shorter beard. And like I said, I could have gone in and done more work on the sides, but that's as far as I want to go. So I think that's it. Let's double check. Reassess, right? And sometimes you want to go wash it and let everything calm back down and see what happens. Yeah, and that's it, guys. So hopefully I gave you some little tidbits there, especially with the tapering part up here. So now you can see everything's back in place. I don't really have a whole lot of stragglers or flyaways, if you will. Makes me happier. I like the look on me a lot better to have it tapered on the sideburn. So don't be afraid to try stuff. It's just hair. It grows back. All right. But you do need to always reassess, think about what goals you have. And then the hard part is your hair keeps growing. So once you get your hair to whatever goal, it's going to overgrow. And if you don't do maintenance trims, you're going to lose that look. All right. So be mindful of that. If you have any questions for me, you can put them below or reach out to me on Instagram. I like helping guys kind of figure out what shapes work for them and kind of talk you through, give you some advice, give you some options on things to try. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Check out some of my other videos. It's got more tapering in it. And I did videos where I had longer beard and kind of had to do the freehand. I couldn't use the guards on it. So a lot of cool stuff out there. We did separate epic mustache. Should I grow my mustache back? Where am I going in the future? I think I'll probably grow it out a little bit longer. Where I don't get used to guards on the bottom and maybe a little flatter across the bottom instead of being angled up. So a little bit flatter, maybe about an inch longer on the back and half an inch on the front, a little bit flatter across there. We'll see. I don't know if I'll grow my big mustache back or not, but my wife really likes it short, so I think I'll probably keep it relatively short. I experimented around with the longer beard, and I don't think it's really for me. But as always, appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next video.